Good day and welcome back to Crosby Garrett. My name's Craig and this is my N-gauge layout set at the real-life station on the Settle and Carlisle line just prior to its closure in 1952. So my voice is a hoarse right now. I went to the Saints v Cowboys game yesterday for my birthday and the Saints won. Go Saints. So I'm a little bit croaky. But I just want to get through and provide you an update to the layout. Most of this update is actually just going to be talking about the smaller things that I've done on the boards behind me, plus a slight change to the room, preparing for hopefully a laser cutter I'm thinking about getting. If you want content, I haven't really done much videoing on the actual works I've done, so I don't really show any detail in this video. If you're wanting that kind of content, just make a comment below and let me know that you do want to actually see some more of how I go about doing things. I do have a lot of content from works that I've done previously, but I just haven't quite got around to doing those videos, and I guess it's going to be out of step, but I can still look to try and put those videos together. So if you do want to see more how I go about things, just let me know. Otherwise I'll just try and keep doing these updates of where we're at. So yeah, let's jump onto the boards and let me show you what's been happening. We're going to start at this end, the station side board. As you can see, the station master's house now has the rooftops added. I've just got to do the bit right at the front, and then I can finish off all the finer details. I need to make the chimney stacks to go on top, yeah, that's really coming together. Also the station master's garden has progressed. We've got the footpath in, the fence that's separating it, and the finishing off of this side. There's still a lot more trees. I'm going to put trees here and sort of bring them into the station master's garden. It's kind of the plan. So I really want to try and finish off the scenery in this section, and then progress finishing off the house and everything. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do some veg plots and a greenhouse or something along those lines, but yeah, we'll see. The front fence has been installed. There you go. And then we're coming on to down here. As mentioned, finish the undergrowth section here, but we're going to put some trees on here. That's going to bring that in there. I'd like to put a bit more shrubbery around the stream, and plus do a bit more detail from my visit in June to the real location. As you can see from these images, there's definitely something that works that can be done in this area, and at the back. I'm still not fully 100% happy. I would like to put a bit more detail down the back there too. The way office is really coming together. All the construction work is now done. I've just got to paint it, along with finishing the painting of the goods shed. So there's several buildings once the station master's house has been built that can all be painted. I've put in the way bridge into the ground. Again, that just needs weathering. Really happy with how this has come out. This is York Models. Julie at York Models did that for me, and I think she's actually going to be starting to sell that on her site. So if you're interested, check out York Models. I'll put a link in the description below for you. But she does some really cool stuff. But yeah, I've also installed the fence running down here, separating the fields. And the plan is to, again, put some more trees along the front here, put a fence, I think about here, which you can see on the photograph, this photograph here. You can see the fence line there. There wasn't much of a separation. I'm gonna do some bushes as well, but I think one separation fence here, and then in the future probably another one either on this board or this board. I haven't quite made up my mind there. But that's really, I really want to have a good go at finishing off this front area and the buildings. I've been researching the point rodding. Clearly the point rodding needs to run down here to go to these points. And of course you've got all these other points. Now that's a lot of really fine detail. I have seen some on ngauge scale layouts, and I think there's a level of detail that I want to bring it. I really would like to add that kind of detail, so I'm doing research into that. That's the addition I've put into the room. I put some additional shelving, trying to tidy this up. All it was there was a table, and it was a bit flimsy, and I want to tidy up my storage a bit for the tree plants material, etc. So yeah, that's but my plan is to put the laser printer in there. Now, as part of the reason I want to do the laser printer is I've got the I started the cutting of the new station building, as previously shown, or if I haven't shown it on the video, I get confused sometimes. The bits are at the back there. So I had started scratch building it, but I really want to see what I can do with a laser cutter, and also learn the skill set of using Inkscape, which I'll show you in the second part of this video, the drawings that I've done so far on Inkscape for this building. And then particularly, I've done the bridge, and I'm really happy with the bridge, but there's some detail on the bridge that's missing, such as the brickwork that comes across here. I couldn't really add that finer detail with how I've scratch built the build. So for the viaduct, again, I really want to add that finer detail, and I think I'm going to be able to do that through the laser cutting and etching. So that's why one of the reasons I've been looking at getting the laser cutter. So I can do the viaduct at this end, the bridge at the far end, and the station building. And perhaps I'll also do the second waiting room, and if I'm really happy with that, I might just punch out another waiting room if it's a fairly quick process. But I'm not really going to need the laser cutter for much else on this layout, and I am forward planning and thinking, what am I going to do next after this layout once this is built? Maybe I'll just do a load of random buildings that perhaps will find their way onto a newer layout later on, but there's still so much work to be done on this. Anyway, let's head downstairs to the office and the computer, and yeah, I'll walk you through what I've been doing on Inkscape, and we'll go from there. So here we are in Inkscape. As you can see, I've got multiple sections, but I started off here in this blue section. This is where I started just the basic structure of the station building, taking the measurements from the plans and putting it in here, and adding rough details for the windows. The way I construct the buildings now is there's two layers. One's the main structure layer, and then you've got the slated plasticard on top to give the brick effect. So in my mind, I'm trying to design this. How would I go about laser cutting this to give me what I'm after? So the second time, so what I did then is just duplicate this and added in more detail with more doors, more windows, and understanding the layers will come into effect. So the main structural layer, for instance, right behind where the toilets are, needs to be cut out. So which section does that need to be in, or which layer does that need to be in? And clearly it's the main structure. And for the brickwork is just going to come around. So you kind of got to think 3D with doing this as you're working on a computer and design. This is my first attempt at using Inkscape. I came across Inkscape because of Michael Scott of Chandwell. I see how he uses it, although he uses it and then adds the textures from that he has to create the paper buildings, whereas I'm trying to do it more in a physical sense. So once I've done this, I've kind of then progressed and okay, what does the plastic card level look like? So the plastic card level here is where I've done a lot more of the detailed work. So we'll start off on this side. So the doors and windows, again, I've ordered doors and windows for other buildings, and they've been cut by York Model Rail. Julie there has done the designs and everything. But for this, I just wanted to learn another skill, and knowing how her drawings had come across to me, I tried to work on it in the same way, and go about it like that. So when we zoom right into this area, as you can see, the doors are different layers. So again, this will then be glued on to the back layer. Now I've done a test piece where I've cut out the structural layer and the windows get glued then onto the back of the plastic card, so it's not so deep. And I've also done it where it gets glued onto the back of the structural layer and you have the plastic card, which gives you just over 1 millimeter of thickness of wall, which is a good 6 inches depth, and I actually quite like that look. So I've been figuring that out, and again with the door, I wanted to give more depth and more realism to it. So again, you've got the surround of the door here, which you can just see there, and then you've got the back depth of the door, which will be etched to give those different layers. I've also, as part of my buildings, I use the evergreen the polystyrene bits to create the stonework, and I've been thinking, well, my whole plan with this was to make it out of polystyrene, but that's apparently you can't do that because it gives off chlorine gas when cut with a laser. So I've gone down the route of trying to understand, okay, what products can I use? And apparently there's a laser board that works really well with making model buildings. So again, it's been a whole new level of learning for me. So I'm wondering, can I add this detail onto the actual laser board? Can it be etched in? Can I, until I actually get a laser cutter and start playing around with this, I don't know. So these are all individual bits, and again, it's been a great learning curve. As mentioned earlier, this is the outside plastic card brick texture idea, and this is the cutout that goes onto the toilet, so you get that depth in the model. The main work on this level has actually been this section, which is the front section, to create the depth and detail of the front entrance hall. Now, some of these measurements are tiny, they're like 0.25 wide, these tiny little bits here and this area. And again, I was drawing this based upon my understanding of the polystyrene sheets that I cut out manually, not with the laser board. Now I believe I can get laser board at 0.25 or just slightly thicker, and you can get laser board at the 0.5 millimeter thickness as well. I'm putting these layers together. This is the complete look that I will get from it. And again, cutouts for the stone detail that go onto the front of the building, etc., etc. So you've really got to think 3D, you've got to be thinking in layers and what needs to be cut, what needs to be etched. But as I said, I don't know the capabilities of the machine. I don't know how fine a detail it can be, because again, I've been researching machines. I'm probably going to go for an X-Tool S1. I know you can get a CO2 cutter, which is a diode cutter. I know you can get a CO2 cutter. I think the S1 will do what I need it to do, because I'm not cutting too much detail. Again, whole new world, whole new level, and I've really had a lot of fun doing these drawings. I mean, they've taken hours to do, probably because I've been learning how to use this the Inkscape software, and having to go and watch YouTube videos, go and watch Michael show how he's done things, and then figure out, okay, well, how can I then apply that to how I want to get the result for what I'm looking at. So that's been really fun. I'm going to use Inkscape again to do the drawings and for the viaduct and the bridges. And again, there's certain things like the arches, how do I do that, the detail, the bricks. Can I actually etch the stonework into laser card to get the look that I want, and then fill in and do all that. So again, it's going to be trial and error. I'm looking forward to doing it. It brings another side of creativity to the modeling experience. And yeah, so I just wanted to briefly show what I've been doing on here, and hopefully it inspires others to potentially go down the same route, really. As you can see, I also imported part of the drawing to start getting the detail and the spacing and everything. But a lot of the actual blocks that I've drawn have been just figured out. But anyway, there we go. That's just a brief overview of what I've been doing off the boards and on the computer, on future planning of where I would like to take this layout. So I hope you enjoyed the update, seeing a bit more of the boards and also what I've been doing on Inkscape on the computer. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you do like. If you have any comments, please do comment. I do like getting to hearing from you and having interactions with people that are following the channel. If you want to see, as mentioned, if you want to see a bit more detail of how I'm building things, putting things together, just let me know. And I'll try and do more of those videos. But anyway, have a great day and happy modeling.
If you would like to continue to see the progress of the model, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video. See you next time.